Hello guys, Alvarp here. We are back in Kerbal Space Program. Jeb is about to launch this new version of It Seemed Like a Good Idea at the time. And small modifications, fancy new cockpit, more of these guys, and reaction wheels down here. So we're not gonna go flopping around. So, 3, 2, 1, launch. I'm a dumbass. Let's try that again. Okay, take 2. I still never fixed that. So 3, 2, 1, launch. There we go. That's more like it. Oh, let's turn SAS on. So this is even stabler. Yeah, we are not going to use up that ever. Each one of these got their own battery pack, so we are fine. I wish that it would actually. Can I? I'm kind of curious if I can move electric charge. I can. That's cool. So I might do that higher up, but I'm not too that worried. So we're just gonna climb up, and then I'm gonna turn to the right. I wanna orbit the Mun. That's my goal today. Or not orbit, but get a flyby. So that is my current goal. We're going up very fast, and then we're just out of the bottom ones now. Looks like we're going. Yep. Mission control says all things nominal. And we're gonna go up and up. Oh, time to turn right. So note that this thing is flopping around very, very dangerously. Probably should have put some stability struts. Yeah, I definitely should have put some stability struts. Look at that. That is not safe. So let's very, very slowly turn. Because this should not be this wobbly. I think this is kind of sort of really scary. But it is stabler, which is good. Very wobbly. Oh my goodness. So let's just get into orbit now. There we go. Okay, 45 degrees. I did good. And the last little bit. Okay, now this one has lots of electricity, so this is when we get to move electricity. If you hold down Alt and right click on different things, it moves the electricity around. So if I do this and this, then I can just have them all suck up the electricity from these guys. And the reason I'm going to do that is just because, well, why waste electricity? So we're just going to climb and climb. Wow, we're really... Oh my god, this is with solid fuel. Yeah, this is totally really efficient. Okay. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. In fact, something tells me that, yeah, I'm just gonna do this now. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly get into orbit, and then I will check back in with you guys then. Okay, so, hello guys, welcome back. I have not done, whatchamacallit, anything yet, because, whatchamacallit, oh, never mind. I was gonna see if there's a smart warp, but there isn't yet. So I haven't unlocked that, apparently. That's what I was gonna use. Typically with MechJeb, you can warp to, oh crap. Oh shit, I just pressed the wrong button. With MechJeb, you can, sometimes warp to certain points. So I want to warp for 30 seconds, say, and MechJeb will warp me for 30 seconds, and things will be happy and good. So that's all. Obviously, I don't have that unlocked yet, which is fine. It's just a little convenient thing. So I'm getting into an orbit. I'm not going to actually circularize it. I'm not sure if it's better that way, but I haven't, and I've done Mun and minmus missions, and things have been happy. So I'm not worried about it, and you shouldn't be either. So we're just gonna quick get in orbit, and I will see you guys then. Okay, hello guys, I am back. We are now in orbit. Delete the node, so you just do that by this. I'm not sure if this is a tutorial or not anymore. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to play with the node a little bit. So come on, set as target. It's normal clicking for everything. And I've noticed that it's typically around a quarter of a circle. So if I put this right on, because it's a quarter of a circle, I typically will run into it just fine. Doesn't look like it wants me to today, and I don't want that to happen. I want this. That looks palatable. I should be able to make that just fine. So we're gonna have a 50-second burn, so that's very attainable. So I'm gonna just spin around a little bit and then point to. I want to make sure I have enough electricity. Actually, we're gonna have to try on SAS to do this. Especially in this early stage, run out of electricity quite a bit, so it's kind of a big deal. So turn off SAS and do some fast forwarding. And then I will be back to you. Okay guys, welcome back. I'm just about to finish time warp. Gonna wait till we're about 30 seconds or so away. Turn SAS back on. The reason I'm actually waiting a little bit, 30 seconds away. The reason I'm waiting a little bit is because I want to be going that speed when I reach the node, or like I want it to be on average basically, not when I reach the node. So I'm actually doing this a little bit beforehand. So that way it kind of averages out more or less. So ideally it works perfectly where I'll get it right in half, but because for instance I go faster here, I go a little slower here. This is kind of physics, basic physics, but when you're further away from the big thing, you go slower. That's my summary of physics. Sort of like when you drop, if I drop a piece of paper, right when I drop it, it's going slower and then it speeds up. So think of the apoapsis as kind of the top of my piece of paper, or not my piece of paper, that's a terrible example. So the apoapsis is kind of like the top of the thing that I'm dropping. That's the periapsis. So the apoapsis is the top and this is the bottom, so it's falling up, speeding up, speeding up, speeding up. Then it hits the lowest point and then it slows down because instead it's pulling against it. So, physics. There you go. So we are about to execute a Mun flyby. I'm gonna make sure I didn't leave anything on. Electricity is being consumed, which is a little bit scary. But that's okay. So I'm just gonna fast forward until we get there. Okay guys, we are now within Mun's sphere of influence. So I'm gonna do a couple things, like check out some mystery goo. 3 mystery goos. 1, 2, 3, and then we will observe materials bay. And then we're gonna get a crew report. Send it off. Do we have enough electricity? How much electricity does it take? We'll find out. Oh crap, we're using that thing. It's gonna be, so that's 5 data. Okay, so for 5 we're gonna EVA and get a EVA report. It's 8. Okay, so we're gonna send it off and see if we run out of electricity. So we did not, thankfully. And I'm kind of worried about that, but not super worried. So actually, does this? It doesn't. Okay. So that's pretty much all we wanted to do. However, I feel like there has to be a screenshot taken. So we're gonna wait a little bit, see if we get a slightly better angle. Like right here-ish. No, a little further. Right here, yeah. So it's just, I think it's F1 or F2, one of those two. And then F12. Looks pretty. So F2. Hopefully I didn't just stop recording. Let's find out. I did not stop recording. Good. So there we go. We have screenshots now. So I'm gonna wait till we get out of Mun's sphere of influence again, or sphere of influence, and just do some fast forwarding. So what I'm gonna do now is I am going to real quick just make sure that this is true. You know what? I'm actually just gonna go full on retrograde. So I'm gonna burn retrograde and I'm gonna come on home. Just because I don't want to have to risk running out of electricity if I go around again. It's a little inefficient, but I have so much gas that I could probably make a second stop to minmus if I wanted to. So I'm fine. That should be more than enough. And so we're just gonna come on down. Kerbin. Note also that this is just like an interesting thing to take note of. Turn on gear already. That or actually not note, but I can actually fly through Kerbin if I'm warping fast enough. I'm not going to do that because bad things might happen, but it's just something to remember where you could fly like that. Okay, I just did it. Good job, me. So we're not going to do that again. Instead we're going to decouple now. It should be safe to decouple, yeah. I'm fairly certain that no amount of... Yeah. Fine, you know what? I'll make you decouple. Come on. Oh, that's why. Decouple. I don't want to decouple too close, though. It can be kind of fun. So we're just gonna fast forward a lot. We're going very fast now, and we're just gonna fly straight down into Kerbin, and then we're gonna get our butt saved by Kerbin. And I don't have control. Wonderful. What? Jeb, what are you doing with the controls? Good luck to you, Jeb. I have completely lost control of this vehicle. I've activated the parachutes, so they're gonna activate eventually. But I have no control at all. So hopefully aerodynamics will save my ass. Oh god, what the hell is this shit? We're wobbling like a crazy wobbling thing. Let's turn on SAS, try to save my butt. Okay, parachutes have activated, and we can turn off SAS. So this is an interesting falling pattern. So we have just completed our first Mun flyby. So that's a thing. So next step is to do other things. I don't know, maybe minmus flyby? Minmus isn't actually that tough to reach. It's probably easier than Mun, actually. Well, not to land on, but looks cooler when it's extended. Let's do that. Oh, we're landing in water. You know what that means. Let's retract the gear. And I'm just gonna smash down on the pick it up button. Though actually, this activates at 500. So I'm gonna do some quick little fast forwarding. And now 500. Okay, I can fast forward again. I'm not gonna fast forward whenever I make contact because that's a bad decision. So yeah, that's all. I might have said these things before. I probably have, in fact. Okay, 90, 70,000. We're going down very slowly, but it's significant enough that it'll still break science somehow. So the instant we touch down, I pick up like that. Boom. And it didn't have time to break. So how much science we got? 187. Boom. Boom. So what do we want? We can have this, or we can get some of this. That's actually probably what I'm going to get. I have 90 science, so I can actually get 2 of these. Holy crap. It's lucrative. Oh, yes, I know what I'm getting, this and this. Unless I change my mind, but temperature is useful because science, and this is useful, and this is useful because lights and this. So I might even be able to design a lander, but I'm not going to design a lander. I'm going to just modify our current rocket a little bit to include our new improvements, including solar panels, which will save our ass. Now, they are wonderful, and you love them. Let's just get 8. 8's enough. And then the other thing that I noticed, which I had to fix, or I thought I should probably fix, was this and this. Okay. Just to keep away from wobbling like crazy. It's typically a good thing. And now I'm gonna chuck you. We really only need 1, but more than 1 always looks good. So I'm gonna have 4 because this seems to have a theme of the number 4. And then I'm also going to get rid of you and put you here instead. I only want 1. And since I'm not going to mess with the transmitting... No, wait, since I have renewable power, this is actually probably better because I have these, and the percentage that it gives you actually matters. I'm not going to fiddle around with this science lab yet. Here, let me show it to you guys. It's basically good for transmitting data, which I don't do too often. Basically it's good for like crew reports and stuff like that, I think. I don't quite remember. So it makes your science a little better, but I don't know. I might do it if I try to make a colony on the Mun, which I'm planning on doing for this, but that'll be in a long, long time in a galaxy far, far away. And I'm also going to give you guys some lights so you can see. So we're gonna get I haven't planned out how to put these lights anywhere, by the way. So 4 lights. Maybe I should have these pointing upwards. Upward looks cool. Yeah. I'll just have these like this, and then we'll also have 4 more pointing down, and these are the wide ones. So without any further ado, this time it's going to a minmus. So here we go. Okay, and a quick rundown of the controls. U is lights. So now we can see, and now we can't. However, I'm fairly certain that the solar panels aren't going to work. So we have to fix staging before we kill ourselves. SAS on and launch. So this time I'm not going to have to worry about even transferring electricity because we make electricity literally with solar panels. Not sure how that would be figurative, but yeah. And I can actually check out how much delta V I have. That is okay, so if I click this stuff, so vacuum delta V my first stage does, but the stage that actually matters, oh wait, no, that's the final stage, so that's actually fairly large, to be honest. That's surprising. So I definitely have enough oomph to get to most places. So most places include minmus, so we're going to go to minmus. Another useful thing is F5 to save, which I'm gonna have to do that at some point because I haven't done that yet. Note how unwobbly the command pod is now with all those reinforcing struts. Reinforcing struts are your best friend, and if you never leave them, they will never leave you. Remember that. That's my best advice I can give anyone, pretty much. So yes, and apparently it's 45 degrees, so we're gonna stick at it. So we're just gonna keep on going up and up and up. Okay. So yeah, I will see you guys once I am in orbit and planning maneuver nodes and crap like that. Okay, hello guys, I am back. So the next plan is not to go to Pole, but to go to minmus. So minmus I have found to be much tougher to get to than Mun. It's much easier to land on, but without a doubt, just because of how tiny it is, it is a royal pain sometimes. So strategy I'll sometimes use is kind of to go off of minmus, sort of like this, like here-ish. Sometimes it'll mess with it, but most of the time that doesn't work out. So pretty much learned you fiddle with this for a while and then good things happen. So note that I was also confident enough to leave the this one because finally we have direct sunlight, which means we're actually fully charged, so I can leave SAS on without panicking. So we will go here maybe. Basically this is a giant guess and check and see if it works out sequence. The one issue is because minmus is so very far away, it can sometimes be sort of a pain to reach, but that's not the worst of our concerns. So I have a possibility to get very close to it right there. Tell you what, I'll be back when I get the maneuver node set up. Never mind, I will not be back then because I have it set up now. I wonder if I can make it a little better even. No, we will not try to get that. Because we don't want to leave Kerbal. And I can kind of fine-tune this. We also get a Mun encounter. 2 in 1. Sweet. So, we're gonna save and fast forward to then. Okay, guys. Okay, so I am back. We're about a minute or so out from our initial burn, and I am just getting pointed in the correct direction real quick, just so that I don't screw things up horribly. And then once we are there, I'm gonna fast forward to about, I don't know, what are we gonna be? We're gonna be slowing down, so it's actually So I'm gonna wait till we're about 120 or 1 minute. No, what if we say around 50 seconds? That seems like a good middle ground. So because the orbit's pulling us backwards, it's actually going to be a little tougher than this is estimating, I'm pretty sure. So off we go. I guess I should turn on some lights for you guys, right? Yeah. Look at that. Boom. And we just kind of wait. So we can do this if I wanna. Solely from career view. Now the problem is, of course, that I can't manage my burns. I wish the burn stuff was actually in here, because I would totally be willing to complete a mission from here if it was able to give me all the stuff that I can get from like here and here. If I could just like plan orbits with the little computer thing to my left or something, that would be sick. So I can't, so it's okay. So instead, I just have to settle for this. Oh, the humanity. So I have my finger on the X key once I finish my burn. And all that guy does is it just turns off my rocket. Let's dual to the right. That's F90. And turn it off. And we're gonna have to give it a little bit more oomph. It looks like. It's always that last little bit, isn't it? Apparently I'm going to be colliding with the Mun. Was not alerted to this. I don't know what the hell is up with that, but that's weird and should not be there. Okay, problem solved. I'm not colliding with the Mun anymore. So we're just gonna do some. Let's just go a little further forward now. Okay, I'll stop now because that's scary and I don't like it. So in one day, in a few seconds and minutes and stuff, we're gonna be in the Mun. Or minmus, sorry. However, I have a faster way called time warp. And then I quick save because I don't wanna zoom by minmus. Note how slow I'm going too. It gets even slower when you get further out. So I'm probably gonna be going at like a meter per second at my apoapsis. So I'm very far away from minmus, I should also say. Okay, so I'm gonna be in here for about an hour or so, so time is of the essence. But because these guys save, yep. Crew report. Transmit. We'll get enough sun after a while. Solar panels are our friend. And Mr. Goo. And then materials bay. So sometimes you can take temperature, sometimes you can't. That's just kind of how it rolls. It's probably when you're like really close to a planet or celestial body, I guess is what I should call it. But yeah. Oh, also another quick fun thing that you can do. F turns on your flashlight. So and I don't like, or F, is it F? No, is it T, U maybe? There's a button that turns on the flashlights in his head. Now I'm on a quest to find them. Would it be F? I thought it was F. Would it be about L? Ah, yeah, there we go. So we have, you can check it out. Are the solar panels all functional? The lights are not on. We should turn on the lights. But I've done my main job, which is get an EVA report. And so Jeb is now going to return and send it off to mission control. And then we are ready to return home. But we are going to get a flyby of Mun out of sheer luck. Or no, we're not. So, per usual, save. And now our periapsis is where I'm gonna just go retrograde. The further out you are, the easier it is to change things. But that also makes it more sensitive, so it can be kind of double-edged. More or less, it's a very, very, very big summary of things. But yeah, going retrograde, as you can tell, is shrinking the apoapsis much more than the periapsis. Because the apoapsis is further out. And I could stop now, it would eventually stop me, but not worth it. We will just go all the way down.